Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So today's video is going to be like 10 things that I didn't know before I started YouTube, or 10 things being on YouTube taught me. Something along those lines. I haven't decided the title for this video yet. Hopefully I picked one before I put this video live. But basically I just want to go over a few things that I really didn't realize before I started a YouTube channel. Some are funny, some are more serious, but there's just been so many moments where I'm doing something or working on something and I'm like, man, I didn't know that was going to be a part of it. Or sometimes I'll get asked a question and my response is something that I felt like could fit in with this video too. So I don't know, we're gonna be a little bit all over the place today. I just thought it would be kind of a funny video. Maybe it'll be somewhat insightful if you are thinking about starting YouTube and wondering about like different parts that go into running a channel. Maybe if you're a YouTuber or a vlogger as well, like maybe you'll agree with me on some of these things too, but I just thought it would kind of be just like a fun, funny, maybe somewhat informative video to do. But so many times that I've thought, I didn't know this, I didn't know about that, I'm like, you know what, why not make that into a video? Because if it's something that keeps like sticking out to me, like whatever, let's just make a video about it. So why don't we go ahead and hop into the top 10 things that I did not know about starting a YouTube channel. The first thing that I feel like I did not know before starting a YouTube channel is how expensive it is. Just like a word of a warning, if you're going to hop on YouTube, it's going to be expensive. Not necessarily getting on YouTube because uploading a video is free, but over time it definitely does get more expensive. When I first started out with YouTube, I was filming on my phone. I did not have any lighting. I still do not have any lighting, but I have upgraded. You know, I bought a $400 camera with my tax return money this last year, but even, you know, someday I'll probably buy expensive lighting, but even more that goes into the equipment is the actual products that you're talking about. When I first started out, I was trying to come up with things like around my house that I could talk about. Like one of my very first videos was like multi-use makeup, like how to use an eyeshadow as a highlighter, things like that. You know, I was trying not to buy a lot in the beginning, and any tutorials I was doing was just on like the old makeup that I had sitting around. But as I've been on YouTube more, you know, I'm trying to buy those new releases so I can talk about them and review them. So you're trying to buy new products, not only because you are on YouTube and you want to talk about them, but because you are so much more invested in the hype when you get on YouTube, because that's a really big part of it, is researching, seeing what's coming out, see when people are into. And so it's almost like you feel that pull every time that there's a really big release. You're like, ooh, I should get it. Like I feel it every single time that there's a big release, which in the beauty world today is like every single day. So there was definitely a point in time where I was like, you know what? I think I'm buying too much stuff and I should probably hold on. That's why I've really been enjoying my like will I buy it and anti-haul videos, because I'm being able to talk about new releases without buying all of them, because I will admit like my spending was getting a little out of control after the first couple of months of being on YouTube. But it's also expensive because I do like to buy giveaway items. I host giveaways very frequently as my way of saying thank you. You know, thank you for being a subscriber. Thank you for being loyal to me. Thank you for watching my videos and taking the time. Like, I never want to not show appreciation for that, and my way of doing it is giveaways. I have always been that way. I started a blog in 2009 and I used to have weekly giveaways. Every single week there was some sort of book or a package of books together or something, an Amazon gift card, iTunes gift card, it didn't matter. I was holding weekly giveaways on my blog to say thank you for coming to my blog, thank you for commenting. So that has always been my way of saying thank you. But for giveaways, I'm mostly buying everything myself, which can get really expensive. So that was one really big thing that I didn't realize before getting on YouTube, was how much money you could spend trying to put into it. And I've just recently started seeing the paychecks come in from YouTube, which is so very exciting. And another reason why I want to say thank you to you guys. I didn't know that you could make money having under 10,000 subscribers. I know we recently just hit over that, but it was right under 10,000 subscribers that I got my first paycheck from YouTube, and I was like, seriously? Like, this is the craziest thing. So that money that I get from YouTube goes back into my giveaways or buying equipment or buying the new releases so I can talk about. So thank you guys so much for that. But that was definitely one thing that I did not know before starting this channel. One thing that I did not know before starting a YouTube channel was how many people will get mad at you if you don't do your eyebrows. Oh my goodness, you guys, I didn't even know doing your eyebrows was a thing before I got on YouTube. I didn't know people did that. Like, I had seen women with like real like drawn on eyebrows, and I just thought it was because they really didn't have any eyebrows. Like, I didn't know you had to fill in your eyebrows. I didn't know you had to do all these like crazy things to them and clean them up and concealer and highlight under the brow. I did not know that. And even when I first started YouTube and my first couple of months on YouTube, I still didn't know that. A few months back that really, like, it really started hitting me hard. I had bought like a tinted brow gel and like the micro brow pencil from NYX because I was like, I think I'm supposed to be doing my eyebrows. Everybody else is. There's all these eyebrow tutorials. Like, I need to learn too. And I slowly like tried to learn. And then, like, all of a sudden, the comments started coming, and once the comments started, there was, like, no stopping. It was like a hemorrhage of comments about my eyebrows, and I was like, oh my gosh. One night, I stood in my friend Shannon's house with her, and we went through the comments and just laughed hysterically about, like, the things people would say and how upset they were that I wasn't doing my eyebrows, or I wasn't doing them correctly, or the shape was weird, or da-da-da-da-da, like, whoo! Word to the warning, if you don't do your eyebrows and you're gonna hop on YouTube and try to be a beauty vlogger, you're gonna have to learn, or else you're gonna have to get an even thicker skin to take some of those comments. People would even direct message me on Instagram and be like, friendly tip, you might wanna do your eyebrows. And I'm like, okay. Today I haven't really done them. I did the Gimme Brow through them, through Benefit. That's what I did today, but I did buy some of the Benefit pencils, and I'm really trying, guys. I'm trying, but that was one thing I definitely did not know was coming when I started my YouTube channel. That I didn't even know existed before I started my YouTube channel was baking. And not just because I'm not good in the kitchen, but I didn't even know there was something called like the baking technique. I do it a lot on my Instagram page. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I post a lot of tutorials over there, but I'm making sure that I'm always baking my face because people seem to be fascinated by this technique. So I gotta give the people what the people want, and that is baking your face, which means you're putting like a setting powder basically all over your face. Like, I usually put it on my under eyes, sometimes like under here to clean up contour, but some people just bake their whole face. Like, their whole face just looks like you literally threw baking powder on them, and they're like, my makeup's gonna stay all day. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that too. So I did not know that was a thing. I remember the first time seeing a video and watching, I think it was Jaclyn Hill, was the first time that I saw someone bake their face, and I just sat there at my computer like, what are you doing? So now I know what it is. I know what baking is. I know what contouring is. I know what highlighting is. Like, I got it. I get it. I do it. I'm down with it. Baking was definitely something that I had never even heard of before I got on YouTube. So not only baking did I learn, but highlighting. I didn't know highlighting your face was a thing. I didn't know people paid lots of money for highlighters to put on the face. I didn't know trying to get that crazy like Nikki tutorials, I'm blinding you highlight. I didn't know that people like that until I started my YouTube channel. Like, oh man, and I learned very quickly that if you don't highlight your face, people get upset with you. They're like, why didn't you highlight, girl? Like, you could be glowing right now. And I'm like, oh shoot, I forgot to highlight again. Like, we have special highlight brushes out there. Like, we have to take our highlighting seriously these days, so I have stocked up on highlighters. I recently filmed a video showing my entire highlight collection, and that was like so requested when I started doing my makeup collection series. Everyone was like, I want to see your highlighters, and I'm like, okay, I'll give that to you. So if you don't know what highlighting is yet, it's where you take a powder and you see that right there? That's some highlight today, because you got to make it glow. And you know what? Sometimes you have to put it on your nose too, and above your cupid's bow. Sometimes people say it looks like you have snot right there, but that's what we want to see in the beauty community. And then something even came out. It was the full face challenge using only highlighters. You bet you I took that challenge. I will link it down below. I put highlighter all over my entire face because that's what we do in the beauty community. That's what we do. Another thing that I didn't realize before starting my YouTube channel, and I do want to throw out here, guys, just like a real quick disclaimer because I didn't mention it in the beginning. I really didn't know how to do makeup before I started YouTube. It was just like a couple of months before starting my own channel that I started watching beauty vloggers on YouTube, and then I thought to myself, I can do that too. I'm interested in makeup and beauty. Let's turn a passion into a paycheck. That's kind of like always my motto with life. I love reading. I love books. Now I write books. I'm an author. That's where I make my money from. I always try to turn my passions into my paychecks the best that I can. So I just wanted to throw that out there as well in case anybody was wondering that. But another thing that I didn't realize before I started my YouTube channel was how we have to balance being perfect and being imperfect. And what I mean by that is you feel like, especially with something like Instagram, where we're showing like the highlights of our life over there. And even, you know, it comes across as social media in general. We're always posting the good things. We're always posting the positive things. We're always posting the best selfie with the best lighting, with the best lipstick. We always want to show the best sides of us on social media. Not everybody and not all the time, you know what I'm saying? But for the majority of what we're putting out on social media, it's look how good this is, look how happy I am, look at this happy status, look at this happy family photo, etc., etc. And you're not really seeing the behind the scenes. So what I have found with social media is that, yeah, you want to put out those good products. You don't want to share a non-makeup photo every single day with bedhead everywhere and drool on your chin. But you also don't want to be too perfect because then people are like, no one has that perfect of a life. Like you need to have that balance in there. But what I have also found is that you can't be imperfect either. I remember one time posting a makeup photo and I was so proud of this photo because my winged liner, I worked so hard on it and I thought it looked amazing. It was sharp. It was ready to cut somebody. It was black. I was like, this is the best winged liner I have ever done. And I took a photo. It was kind of like this. You could really only see like these nails right here. Those were about the only nails I believe that you could see. And they weren't painted because my nail appointment wasn't until 2 hours after I was taking those photos. So I didn't have any polish on my nails. My nails were not done. I was getting ready to get my acrylics put on. And I got multiple comments about not having my nails done. And I was just like, are you guys kidding me right now? Like, no one else is looking at the makeup, which is the focus of this picture. No one else is looking at that winged liner. You're just noticing my 2 fingernails in that photo that don't have nail polish in them? Like, come on, man. I just remember being so upset. And even things like with the brow pictures, you post a picture and your highlight is completely fierce and people are like, but you didn't do your brows, so doesn't count. It's like, what? So there's such a balance that you want to show the good pictures, the best pictures, the perfect pictures, but you also want to make sure you're balancing that with the no makeup photos, with the behind the scene photos. But at the same time, you can't do much of that either because people expect you to be perfect. They expect you to be perfect, but they also expect you to be human and imperfect. But if you show that, people call you out on that. But if you show you're perfect, people call you out for always being perfect. I mean, man, is it a tough line to toe, I am telling you guys, but it's something that I've definitely learned since getting on YouTube and, Instagram and social media, is there's that fine balance between being perfect and imperfect. It's hard to achieve and it's very frustrating at times, but you know what? I can also sit here and laugh about it too. So there you go. Like you guys are probably noticing my office more and more. I'm doing that thing where I slowly creep towards my window because it's starting to get dark outside. Like, one of these days, I'm gonna spend the money and get actual lighting so I don't have to be in my window during these videos. One of these days, it's gonna happen. So another thing that I didn't know before I started my YouTube channel was how much time that you need to put into it to have a successful channel. Now, as I'm filming this video, I'm at 11,000 subscribers. That to me is not a big channel. It's not, because you see people who have 2 million, 3 million, 4 million subscribers and you're like, damn, that's a big channel. So 11,000 to me isn't like earth-shattering, but I relaunched this channel in May. I was more of a book channel. I relaunched it in beauty in May of 2016. Now it's September and I'm at 11,000 subscribers. I work really hard at my channel and I'd like to think that it's successful. I like to think that it's a growing channel. So I just want to throw that out there because, like, I mean, I don't think I'm a queen or anything like that. One thing that you definitely have to do a lot of is, you know, do your research, do your planning. It takes a lot to be researching the different products, the different new releases, the different companies, and just making sure that you're educated when you do your videos. And that really does take a lot of time. I also continually watch so many YouTube videos. I really didn't watch much TV anyways, but since getting on YouTube, that is basically all that I watch. I'm on YouTube all the time because I'm learning from so many different vloggers, not only like makeup techniques, but just little tips and tricks along the way about makeup, but even things about lighting, about cameras. There's so many different videos on YouTube that are useful to fellow vloggers, and I watch them. I even take like YouTube has courses that you can take, like little like informational guides and such. Like you can take those online classes, and I do. I'm a part of a few different groups where we support each other as vloggers and as beauty influencers, and it takes time to make sure I'm watching those other girls' videos, I'm commenting to them, that I'm making sure I am making my name and my face known in this industry to hopefully keep growing. It takes a lot of time. I didn't realize before getting on YouTube that really, honestly, in my opinion, I feel like if you want to be very successful at this, it really needs to become nearly a full-time job. And I feel very lucky in my position where I do work from home, I work for myself so I can set my own schedule. And what I do a lot is I do a lot of my book stuff in the day. I'm best at writing in the morning. It just works out the best for me. But then I can take all night and I can watch YouTube videos. I can film a video in the day in front of my window, in front of the daylight, and then I can edit at night. And I just feel very lucky that I'm able to do that. But honestly, if you're thinking about getting on YouTube, I really feel it's like what you put in is what you will get out. I'm not saying that you have to work on YouTube for 8 hours a day or 10 hours a day or anything like that, but I just do want to tell you guys that it is actually very time consuming to keep up with everything, to make sure that you're staying educated, to be doing your research, and then to be filming and editing, and then finding other people and staying up to date with other friends in the community as well, because really the connections in this community are really, really key. Like I said, I belong to a couple different vlogger groups. Those have been so incredibly helpful and have given me a couple of different opportunities that I don't think I would have had I not been in these groups. So making sure that you have, you know, your friends and your support in this community is very important, and that means watching people's videos and, you know, looking at their Instagram and supporting them in the same way that they support you. So when you put all of that together, it really is a lot of time to be spent on it, and I truly did not realize that before I started my channel. I thought, you know, oh, you just record a couple videos a week and it can't be too hard to edit them, and that's all that you need to do. But really, there is a lot more to it. So this is just something that I want to let you guys know that really it is very time consuming, and I did not realize that before I started my channel. I feel like I'm losing my lighting so much, but I want to keep going. So another thing that I learned is that my neighbors probably all think I am crazy. I'm really hoping that I can insert a couple of clips into this one, because if you guys can see what my neighbors see, like me outside standing on chairs trying to take product pictures on a table, or me like with my hand holding a product in the rocks taking photos, or me taking outfit photos outside, like my neighbors have to really wonder, like, what the heck is it that that girl does? What is she doing? What is her problem? A house next door for us is for sale, and I'm just curious, like, is it me? Was it something about me? I'm just wondering if I had any part of that, because I would feel really bad if I did. But there has been a couple times that I've caught neighbors looking at me when I'm outside, like taking photos, and I'm like, hi. Like, I wish someone would just ask me, like, what is it that you do, so I could tell them, because sometimes I feel really weird about it. But you know what? That's okay. Sometimes taking your selfies or your product photos or your outfit photos in public is hard. I have filmed a lookbook in public. That was kind of weird to do, but you know what? It's all in the name of getting those good videos and those good shots. So before I started YouTube, I didn't realize how probably crazy I was gonna look in public, but you know what? It's okay. Learned how to take really good selfies from getting on YouTube. And yes, I have watched videos on how to take good selfies. I'm not even kidding you. I really have watched videos. I've watched how to edit photos on your phone. I mean, I have done it all. I have learned how to look into the light instead of looking away from the light. I've learned about angles. I've learned how to hold the phone. I've learned how to pose. I've learned what to do with my hands. I've learned what cameras are the best and the settings that are best on the camera. Oh yes, I've learned it all. I've watched the videos, I put in my time and research, and hopefully my selfie game just keeps going up. More things to talk about before my camera completely overheats and dies and it turns pitch black in my office. But another thing that I didn't realize when I started my YouTube channel is how much it would help my creativity. I am someone who, I write books for a living, so when I say that like I'm missing a creative gene, people are like, no you're not, because you could make up stories in your head and put that on paper. And I am creative in that way, but in like an artistic way, I have never been creative. I failed 7th grade art. Like, I suck at art, I suck at drawing, I suck at painting, I suck at visualizing. My husband is currently finishing our basement and he'll be like, and that's gonna go over there, can you see it? And I'm like, no, I see cement and drywall. I'm very confused. And really, since getting on YouTube and really trying to learn makeup and techniques and creating, because really makeup is art, and learning how to put all of that together to create something has helped me so much. I could never, like, even when I first started YouTube, if I was going to do a makeup look, I was pulling up someone's video and copying them to a T, and now I can make up my own looks. I can take an eyeshadow palette and create different looks with it, and I was not able to do that before I started YouTube. And I just think it's so exciting whenever I create something on my own or come up with the look on my own. I'm like, oh my gosh, I did that. I would never have been able to do that. And seeing it help me in that sense, I really honestly think has helped my book career and my creativity over there. I felt a spark when I really started to get the confidence in that creativity. I felt a different spark when it came to my writing. And at one point, I remember staying up until like 4 o'clock in the morning writing and writing and writing, and not only for one certain project but for multiple. I had notebooks spread out everywhere, I had highlighters everywhere and post-it notes everywhere because I was so inspired. And I truly think it's a culmination of getting on YouTube and finding a different confidence and finding a creativity. It has really sparked and unleashed something in me, and that has been so exciting. I really wouldn't have thought that learning how to do makeup would result in seeing a creativity boost for my writing, but truly it really has, and I'm so grateful for it. And I just think that has been something that was really exciting to see happen, and I'm really, really grateful for it. The last thing that I want to talk about, something that I didn't know before I started YouTube, is how big your squad can get. Really, I mean, I had no idea how far friendships could take me from getting on YouTube. I started a blog in 2009 and I saw what getting on social media can do. I have been to New York and to Canada and to Vegas with friends in the book world. I've done book signings in these different locations. I've met friends who are also book bloggers and stayed at their house and had them take me to Niagara Falls, and it's been amazing to see those friendships. And it was something that I never truly thought could happen when I first started social media. But when I got on YouTube and I started making friends with all of you guys, it continues to blow my mind of the friendships that you can make on here. And even with like my girls that I talk to every single day that are here on YouTube too, Alex from Beauty Next Door, my friend Valerie Pack, Kelly from K Bella Beauty, Liz from Wildflower Liz. These are girls that I talk to on a nearly daily basis, and we're giving each other help and advice and support. And even though we're doing the same things, we're in the same community, we're not against each other, we're not competing with each other, we're friends, we're building each other up, we're excited when we have support. When I hit 10,000 on Instagram, my friend Val was the very first one who snapped me of my Instagram page with the 10K circled. It means so much to me to have other women like that in my life. It truly means everything. You know, these are girls that maybe I will never meet one day. I truly hope that I get to meet all of them. I hope I get to meet so many more of you guys. But even if we don't get to meet, just talking to each other on Snapchat, on social media, supporting one another, it means so much. And I truly could not have envisioned that before I started YouTube. I'm so excited to see where these friendships go. I love being able to talk to so many different people around the world. I got a Snapchat last night that said, "Hi from Venezuela," and it's like, that is crazy that we're able to talk and make connections with people. And it blows my mind every single day. And I truly did not know how many more friendships I would be opened up to from getting on YouTube, and it's another thing that I am so grateful for every single day. If you can't tell, I'm about to lose my lighting completely, but those are my 10 things that I did not know before starting YouTube. I hope you found some of them funny. I hope you found some of them insightful. I hope you found some of them helpful, and it was just a video that I thought would be a lot of fun to make and share with you my different experiences since getting on YouTube and since entering into the beauty vlogging world, the beauty industry, that sort of thing. But I really hope that you guys did enjoy this video. Please do leave me some comments below. Let me know what you thought of it, because I actually do have a few other ideas kind of similar to this video. So if you guys like it, I could do some other ones as well. If you are a part of this beauty community, or really any sort of vlogging community, social media, whatever together, please leave in the comments below some of the things that you didn't know before you started onto your journey, because I would love to hear some of your guys' feedback as well. It's been a great journey so far. Like I said, it's only been a couple of months since I started doing this, but it's been a lot of fun. I enjoyed every single day. I have so much fun making these videos and watching videos and making connections with people. So I really hope that you guys found this video to be a lot of fun. I hope you will give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I hope that you will subscribe before you go. Like I said, I love giveaways. I have a couple going on right now, so make sure you check the description box. I will put the links in there for them. Thank you guys so much for watching and for the support. It means everything to me, and thank you so much. I will catch you guys real soon in my next video. Bye!